everyone. So today I've got some pretty interesting Batman casting news. Now, news broke last night that Robert Pattinson was reportedly being considered for the role of Batman in the Matt Reeves Batman film coming in 2021. Now, my first reaction to hearing about this was surprise, anger, frustration, and maybe just a slight bit of sadness, because when you think of Robert Pattinson, you say the guy from Twilight. Now, I know that movie franchise has been done for quite a few years now, and he's definitely grown as an actor, and I feel like maybe a lot of people will want to see this movie because he was in Twilight, and that's actually kind of a smart move on Warner Brothers' part, because he really made a name for himself being in that franchise. And now a lot of people might not have seen his most recent work. Like me, I will admit I haven't actually watched a lot of his movies outside of Twilight or even Harry Potter, but I just feel like this is really crazy that this guy is one of the guys being considered. Now, he's actually not the only one, and a lot of news outlets are reporting that Nicholas Hoult is even being considered as well. Now, I wouldn't exactly pick him, and one of the reasons is because he's got blue eyes. Now, people might not think that that's such a big deal, but it's little details like that that if you really want to be consistent with the DC movies, you really want to, care about something like that. Because in the cowl, you're going to notice the focus is going to be on the eyes. And I'm sure other Batman actors have had different colored eyes back then. And I just feel like, acting aside, I'm not too impressed. I mean, because he's going from one franchise to another. I mean, he was in X-Men, and now he's going to be Batman. I feel like Robert Pattinson, between the two, Robert Pattinson would be the most logical choice, but I'm still not completely sold on that. But I do feel like Robert Pattinson would be a good choice because of his track record with his most recent movies, and I can't exactly judge him too much because I haven't seen some of his most recent work, but I did see The Rover. It's on Netflix now, and it was pretty good. So, what other Robert Pattinson movies that you've seen would you recommend me to watch? Because I'm clearly missing out. I know what movies he's been in, but I just haven't gotten a chance to see them yet. And one of the things I do hope, and obviously it's pretty good, like when you're a superhero actor, you gotta bulk up, and he will definitely look the part if he, manages to land this role completely, because I definitely feel like with every image that I've looked up, and I'm putting them all in this video, I'm starting to see more and more that he could potentially pull off this role of being Batman as well as Bruce Wayne. I mean, you have to look good in the suit and the Batman suit. And however, to be this younger version of Ben Affleck's Batman, I'll really have to wait and see how he does, because I've been a huge fan of Ben Affleck's Batman, and it's just unfortunate that he has to pass on the role, and they're basically throwing it in reverse and creating a prequel, and potentially using this Batman actor to replace Ben Affleck for future films. Now, with Matt Reeves directing, maybe he does know what he's doing, and I hear a lot of people saying that we should just trust in what he's doing because he made some pretty good films. I mean, I did love all of those Planet of the Apes movies, and I think he could definitely pull off a good story well, which is why he's taking his time putting together a script, and hopefully this movie will shape up to be something refreshing and different and perfect for his style of filmmaking that maybe we haven't seen before, unlike maybe the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, which I feel like are some of my favorite Batman movies of all time, and it will always hold a place in my heart. And to see even Christopher Nolan working on a project with Robert Pattinson, I think also showcases that he does have, you know, acting ability, and he is being considered, because he wasn't even a fan of his own Twilight role, so I guess, you know, he only did it for the money, and not that it really matters, but, you know, maybe he's turning over a new leaf and actually pretty good in his films. I'm just hoping that I'm not too disappointed with, you know, the end result, no matter who it ends up being, whether it is going to be Robert Pattinson, because being a Batman fan, I had huge expectations, and I know how some people are going to say they don't like the idea of Robert Pattinson playing Batman, but then again, we have been proven wrong before with Heath Ledger as the Joker, Michael Keaton as Batman, and dare I say, the former Daredevil Ben Affleck as Batman. And it'll just be quite a change, but hopefully there's a good outcome to this. So I can't wait to see a first image, and hope all is going to be well for the DC future in movies. So what do you guys think of this Batman casting news? Are you guys on board with Robert Pattinson potentially wearing the cape and cowl? And if not, who would you have picked instead? So let me know. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys later.